Yes, Mom, I'm gonna be here all by myself. Yeah, 'cause they're closed for Flag Day. I don't know if they're gonna be closed for MLK Day too. We start the earliest of any of the HBCUs. I'm never gonna be here for that anyways. Plus, I don't know if I'm even gonna wanna be here. I might just stay in Greece. Yes, you would too come visit me. Yeah, all I do is answer the phones. This is supposed to be a marketing internship, but I haven't even done anything on the website yet. No, I don't know how to make a website yet, but neither do they. I'll get to that in spring semester, after I get back from Greece. All right then, Mom, I gotta let you go. You know how strict they are about being on the phone, and I am a model employee who's getting an outstanding recommendation. Okay, Mom, love you too. Bye. Okay, better go check my email and get started. Better check my email before looking around. Better check my email before looking around. Good morning, Thomas. I see you up there looking down at me. Better check my email before looking around. All right, Helen, what you got for me this morning? All right, I'll start by testing the gallery quiz. Let me grab a charged digital tour guide. Okay, got it turned on. How much did they pay to get their logo on here? Let me get my headphones. To the gallery. Let's get this quiz going. I need to test the gallery quiz first. Gallery quiz. Got it. Oh, how beige. Okay, scan the object that answers the question. Alright, first one, let's get this. Literally the first painting. Not too tough so far. Which one is Sarah again? Is she the kid? Oh, hey there. I wonder if this is the first time it's ever been just you and another black girl here. What stories must you have about these people? For when you want to sit up really straight with two friends. Servants, huh? I like this better than the unbroken ones. I bet there was more to this story. So aside from anything these people made up, oh, Othello, it's like ninth grade all over again. Except Miss Hayes isn't looking right at me asking if anyone understands where Othello is coming from. He's made up, right? So doesn't that mean all of them? Or none of them? Somehow, this doesn't seem like it'd be very bright. This one has got to be easy. This is not doing it for me. No bald eagle available? Although swans definitely did some messed up stuff in mythology, says my A+ in that class. This is a real bougie way of saying fake. This lets you see all the stuff you already got, only lower quality. Watch out, guests, we got a math question. Are we sure one of these didn't burn down Blackhaven? So, is he saying nobody my age gets to be free? I was gonna be like the couch, but we already did that one. Where are the Blackhaven vapes at? Yes, I've won absolutely nothing. This is why I'm running stuff today. Now I'm about to go check this off my list for Helen. I need to go check the quiz off my list at reception. Quiz is done. Literally the first person to pass. Time to head outside and get that audio tour. I'm all ready, so I should head outside to the main house. Ooh, finally my chance to read up on Blackhaven all by myself. Okay, back to start. Audio tour. This is totally gonna ruin my Spotify. Don't hate the view. Let's do this.
Welcome to the Blackhaven Hall Historical Society audio tour. I'll be your host throughout your journey into the world of Thomas Harwood, America's forgotten founding father. You can begin walking towards the house now. We recommend you take the path on the left. You can pause or restart each tour stop at any time by using the touchscreen on your personal digital tour guide. Once a stop is finished, just scan the QR code on another plaque to continue. Your digital device will show you the remaining stops you have left to visit. You can also rescan any plaque to hear its tour stop again. For the moment, let's forget the present and travel back to 1781, at the height of the American Revolution. You're now walking along the same grand entrance path that guests to Blackhaven took towards the mansion, after passing through the gate of the large brick wall that surrounded this yard. Blackhaven was not always so imposing. In the 1600s, this land was used mostly by small tobacco farmers who bravely crossed the ocean to start new lives in Virginia. But on a misty night in 1644, many of those lives ended when a band of treacherous Indians launched a sneak attack, ruthlessly killing even women and children. Still to this day, some say you can see the ghosts of these families trying to find one another, some even without their scalps. These stories didn't intimidate Nathaniel Harwood. He smartly purchased discounted lots and began the story of Blackhaven as we know it. We'll continue our tour at the top of the hill.
Damn, are they all gonna be that long? Or have ghosts? I thought the last one was the grand view.
You've now reached the grand circle of Blackhaven Hall, where visiting carriages would parade. But in 1781, there were additional buildings. To the left stood the kitchen, built freestanding to keep out smells, smoke, and protect against fires. British cannon, however, were another story. To the right stood the fine stables, housing beloved animals, including Eleanor Harwood's legendary horse, Duchess. Let's take a closer look at the house. You've now reached the grand circle of Blackhaven Hall, where visiting carriages would parade. But in 1781, there were additional buildings. To the left stood the kitchen, built freestanding to keep out smells, smoke, and protect against fires. British cannon, however, were another story. To the right stood the fine stables, housing beloved animals, including Eleanor Harwood's legendary horse, Duchess. Let's take a closer look at the house. You've now reached the grand circle of Blackhaven Hall, where visiting carriages would parade. But in 1781, there were additional buildings. To the left stood the kitchen, built freestanding to keep out smells, smoke, and protect against fires. British cannon, however, were another story. To the right stood the fine stables, housing beloved animals, including Eleanor Harwood's legendary horse, Duchess. Let's take a closer look at the house.
This girl really named her horse Duchess. Oh, I know this style. Ionic, I think. No, Doric. Greece, you didn't hear that.
Before we go in, step back and take in Blackhaven Hall. This house is an example of Georgian architecture, named after British kings like the tyrant King George III. This style features symmetry, balance, and Greco-Roman influences, but with little ornamentation. Thanks to a state-of-the-art structural glass restoration, Blackhaven now has regained its original form. This striking, award-winning design by international firm JJC Architects duplicates the original porches, peaked roof, and top rows of dormer windows. Completed in 2019 at a cost of over $20 million, the restoration received funding from Harcorp Industries and its CEO, Thomas Harwood III, and is even LEED certified. Let's go inside.
They're really trying to boost the environment on a tobacco plantation. We need to get the reception desk up in here.
You're now in what was once one of the finest rooms in all of Virginia, with elaborate oak carvings handcrafted by Blackhaven carpenters. Straight ahead is the grand staircase, matching the exact dimensions of the original. You might be wondering at this point what's under your feet. Below is one of the vaulted Blackhaven cellar rooms. You can explore the cellar in a later stop. The open spaces to the right likely held parlors for the Harwood family to relax together. Let's go through the doorway to the left, into the former Harwood dining room, where meals were brought from the kitchen every day. Operating an 18th century household was hard and thankless work, requiring cooking, cleaning, lighting fires, and managing staff. But according to Thomas's diary, his wife Sarah did so always with a smile. To see how Thomas showed his gratitude, head through the door to the outside. You're now in what was once one of the finest rooms in all of Virginia, with elaborate oak carvings handcrafted by Blackhaven carpenters. Straight ahead is the grand staircase, matching the exact dimensions of the original. You might be wondering at this point what's under your feet. Below is one of the vaulted Blackhaven cellar rooms. You can explore the cellar in a later stop. The open spaces to the right likely held parlors for the Harwood family to relax together. Let's go through the doorway to the left, into the former Harwood dining room, where meals were brought from the kitchen every day. Operating an 18th century household was hard and thankless work, requiring cooking, cleaning, lighting fires, and managing staff. But according to Thomas's diary, his wife Sarah did so always with a smile. To see how Thomas showed his gratitude, head through the door to the outside.
Yeah, Sarah must have really thrown her back out for everybody.
This space was arguably the largest ballroom in the colony, outshining even the governor's mansion in Williamsburg. Thomas built it for his wife Sarah, who, although careful and pious, loved entertaining, especially at the annual Harvest Ball, a must-attend event for every Virginian. The impressive marble fireplace that kept dozens of dancing couples warm is one of the few fixtures to survive the Blackhaven fire. Thomas wrote regularly to General Washington throughout his life, which may explain this fireplace's similarity to one at Mount Vernon. If you're interested in trying to dance yourself, you can scan the bonus plaque to hear an 18th century minuet. Try your luck at dancing the pattern. Let's head down the stairs.
I gotta start watching to see if people actually try to do this. For real?
The brick arch above has become known as the Defiant Gate because its majestic and haunting shape survived the Blackhaven fire. So popular with visitors that many would break off pieces to take home as souvenirs, the elaborate carved doorway you see now is actually a reproduction installed in 1954, though some still mistake it for the original. The gate has also hosted many weddings, and local superstition says no unmarried couple can pass through together, or their love will be forever broken. This legend may stem from Eleanor Harwood, who refused to dance with her fiancé in Blackhaven's ballroom before they were wed. In the spirit of freedom, we'll let you do as you please, but we are not responsible for any broken hearts. Head around to the rear side of the house and look for the stairs to the cellar for the next stop.
Don't worry, my mom would be trying to break off something else if I tried to get married here. Come on, guys. It's usually just the balls or the name. It's actually kind of impressive to get them both on one.
Of all the stops on our tour, this is the one that looks closest to how it might have in 1781. The Harwood Cellar stored all the beer, ale, and imported wine the family needed to entertain in the ballroom above. If you look up now, you can see the first level where we stopped before. You may also notice curious drawings on the cellar walls. Visitors to the Blackhaven ruins notice the central symbol, naming it Harwood's Lucky Eight, and the shape has come to represent the resilience of the Harwood family. Although Thomas loved codes and ciphers, we don't know who drew the original, and many subsequent tourists added their own variations. These are now their own history and protected by glass, but you're welcome to add your own on our post-it wall.
It really doesn't look like an 8, though. I could get used to this view.
Plantations like Blackhaven often had their own ports for shipping tobacco. So for many visitors, this rear side of the house was the front. Workers would roll down large barrels called hogsheads to be loaded into the tall ships bound for the Chesapeake Bay and out to the Atlantic. The distant riverbank is dotted with small creeks and inlets, including one shady pool that may have given Blackhaven its name. During the 19th century, a legend arose that Samuel Harwood had done business with pirates and had allowed them to bury their gold beneath one of the riverbanks. In hard times, treasure hunters can still be sometimes spotted, although now with metal detectors. One treasure we know existed was the spectacular walled garden that once stood between here and the river, full of exotic plants and flowers to support Thomas's study of botany. Now, let's head back inside. This time, take the stairs all the way to the top. Plantations like Blackhaven often had their own ports for shipping tobacco. So for many visitors, this rear side of the house was the front. Workers would roll down large barrels called hogsheads to be loaded into the tall ships bound for the Chesapeake Bay and out to the Atlantic. The distant riverbank is dotted with small creeks and inlets, including one shady pool that may have given Blackhaven its name. During the 19th century, a legend arose that Samuel Harwood had done business with pirates and had allowed them to bury their gold beneath one of the riverbanks. In hard times, treasure hunters can still be sometimes spotted, although now with metal detectors. One treasure we know existed was the spectacular walled garden that once stood between here and the river, full of exotic plants and flowers to support Thomas's study of botany. Now, let's head back inside. This time, take the stairs all the way to the top.
They really need to do the garden next. I can feel being up here in my stomach.
From this observation deck, you can see the sheer size of the house, as not even the Harwood family ever could. And how about the view? Spectacular now. In the 18th century, this was simple attic space, storing house goods and overflow visitors. Workers at Blackhaven did gossip about strange goings-on in the attic, passing rumors of occult ceremonies and witchcraft. But while the entire Harwood family loved puzzles and secrets, there's no evidence of anything more witchy than a stray broom or two. When you're done admiring the view, head down the stairs to the second floor elevated walkway.
Though part of me wants to see if I can make this rock back and forth. Never mind, too scared.
From this elevated walkway, we can get another marvelous view of the Blackhaven restoration. You can head left and walk along the platform on your way to the front porch balcony. The reconstruction began with the clearing of centuries of rubble, not all of it from the 18th, as many locals had found the ruins to be a convenient dumping pit. Local legends told of Blackhaven servants who were buried alive in the collapse, but no human remains were ever discovered. Once the rubble was clear, architects repaired the brickwork and built the central steel structure to provide support for the glass panels. If you look at some sections, like the glass corner coming up on your left, you'll notice that many plates of glass are actually acting as support columns, maximizing the amount of light and visibility in this innovative restoration. From this elevated walkway, we can get another marvelous view of the Blackhaven restoration. You can head left and walk along the platform on your way to the front porch balcony. The reconstruction began with the clearing of centuries of rubble, not all of it from the 18th, as many locals had found the ruins to be a convenient dumping pit. Local legends told of Blackhaven servants who were buried alive in the collapse, but no human remains were ever discovered. Once the rubble was clear, architects repaired the brickwork and built the central steel structure to provide support for the glass panels. If you look at some sections, like the glass corner coming up on your left, you'll notice that many plates of glass are actually acting as support columns, maximizing the amount of light and visibility in this innovative restoration. From this elevated walkway, we can get another marvelous view of the Blackhaven restoration. You can head left and walk along the platform on your way to the front porch balcony. The reconstruction began with the clearing of centuries of rubble, not all of it from the 18th, as many locals had found the ruins to be a convenient dumping pit. Local legends told of Blackhaven servants who were buried alive in the collapse, but no human remains were ever discovered. Once the rubble was clear, architects repaired the brickwork and built the central steel structure to provide support for the glass panels. If you look at some sections, like the glass corner coming up on your left, you'll notice that many plates of glass are actually acting as support columns, maximizing the amount of light and visibility in this innovative restoration. From this elevated walkway, we can get another marvelous view of the Blackhaven restoration. You can head left and walk along the platform on your way to the front porch balcony. The reconstruction began with the clearing of centuries of rubble, not all of it from the 18th, as many locals had found the ruins to be a convenient dumping pit. Local legends told of Blackhaven servants who were buried alive in the collapse, but no human remains were ever discovered. Once the rubble was clear, architects repaired the brickwork and built the central steel structure to provide support for the glass panels. If you look at some sections, like the glass corner coming up on your left, you'll notice that many plates of glass are actually acting as support columns, maximizing the amount of light and visibility in this innovative restoration.
Well, looks like another stray posted. Not sure which high school this is supposed to be for. I'm pro dog though. Huh, Field of Daisies. My grandma's name is Daisy. She would hate it here.
This balcony shows the expansive size of the Blackhaven estate. From here to the museum was only the front yard, with the entire farm extending far beyond the tree lines to the left and right. The hundreds of acres included multiple villages of farmhands, as well as a carpentry, smithy, and gristmill, each with its own craftsman. And we are still learning more about Blackhaven even in the 21st century. On the plaque below is a traveling visitor's map of the entire estate, only recently discovered in the Library of Congress in 2006. Now continue back out and take a left into the Harwood bedroom.
Okay, my last day, I'm taking a nap here.
We can't be sure, but we believe this space was the master bedroom of Blackhaven Hall, where Thomas Harwood and his wife Sarah spent many loving years together. You'll also notice some of the period furnishing on display, including this real 18th century bed, possibly owned by the Harwoods themselves. While the frame is intact, the fabric on display is a modern reproduction. Many visitors admire the bed curtains on these old pieces, but few know their true purpose. In addition to keeping warmth in and insects out, bed curtains provided privacy between homeowners and any servants. After all, a man of Thomas's sterling reputation would never risk the embarrassment of running into a servant unexpectedly, especially in his honored bedroom. Now head out to the rear balcony overlooking the river for our next stop.
Like they know what Thomas was getting up to in here.
You are now standing in the same spot as Thomas Harwood during the most harrowing night of his entire life, the Battle of Blackhaven. After British General Cornwallis landed in Virginia in 1781, Thomas had worried about the threat of raids and even turned down an invitation to join General Washington in Williamsburg, choosing instead to stay behind and defend the private river homes. Finally, one fateful night, Thomas spotted the tall mast of a British ship over the trees through his spyglass. British agents came ashore, attempting to seek a peaceful surrender and forage, but according to Sarah's later account, brave farm workers fired warning shots before they could even reach the garden. The rest of the family and staff barricaded themselves in the house, with muskets pointing down from every window. Plucky 7-year-old Elizabeth Harwood even risked life and limb to drape an American flag over the balcony, possibly the one now hanging in the museum. As nightfall approached, the British commanders lost their patience and trotted out small cannon and mortars to begin shelling the house. Cannonballs likely hit Blackhaven's walls, although later damage has made it difficult to tell, and aerial shells exploded terrifically in the air. Shrapnel from one bomb apparently broke an attic window and ignited a stack of linens, and Blackhaven was officially ablaze. The Harwoods and their servants fired back furiously, but the British waited for the flames to run their course. As the house filled with smoke, Thomas resolved to stay and become a true martyr for liberty, but Sarah pleaded with him to flee, assuring him that he could not help the new nation as a ghost. The family abandoned the raging fire and escaped into the night. Although we don't know for sure if the legend of Farmer Joe venturing into the burning house to save family heirlooms is true, crucial objects from the house do survive in our museum, whether they were carried or had been stowed away for safekeeping days before. What is certain is that the fire, which later spread to the nearby kitchen and stables, was final and marked a Patriot defeat and the end of Blackhaven Hall. Now, head back to the ground level, take a left, and continue to the site of the formal library.
That's a lot of patriotism for one family getting their house burned down. Ugh, the most interesting room, and this is all they've got to show.
It is heartbreaking to believe that this was once the greatest library in all of the young United States. Filled with hundreds of leather-bound books, scientific instruments, and exotic animal and mineral specimens, the Blackhaven Library was designed by Thomas himself. His collection dwarfed even Thomas Jefferson's, and had it survived, Blackhaven's books, not Monticello's, might have been the basis for the Library of Congress. Lost, too, were Thomas's brilliant journals, some reportedly written in code, full of observations and experiments that might have rivaled Ben Franklin's. Little of the structure remains, possibly because the books here fueled an even hotter fire. The fire of Thomas Harwood's life would soon, too, burn out. Nearly a year after the battle, he began to suffer again from a mysterious illness that had plagued him for years. He finally succumbed to the disease and was buried with honor in Williamsburg before a massive crowd of patriots. Thomas's unexplained death spawned rumors of a poisoning, and even that Sarah had drugged Thomas after he had discovered a secret affair. But modern historians have found evidence only of a loving marriage, and theorize that local Tories may have spread the rumors to discredit Thomas. His life now shines as an example to every American, a patriot who loved his wife and his country. You can now head down the stairs and to the left to the final plaque along the trail.
They used a lot of ifs for Thomas in that one. Last one. Let's get back and get some lunch.
This is the final stop in our audio tour. We recommend you head back to the museum using the left trail. Blackhaven Hall was never to be rebuilt, as Thomas had vowed that the ruins stand forever as a monument to British treachery. Sarah and her daughter Elizabeth went to live with family in Maryland before she eventually remarried. Thomas's brother William Harwood, a farmer and Episcopal minister, eventually purchased most of the estate from Sarah. A few miles down the road, he built his own new grand home at Oakmont, named for the small tree-covered hill nearby. Oakmont's foundations were built by dismantling the Blackhaven lawn and garden walls to make use of the bricks. Oakmont lacked the imposing size and grandeur of Blackhaven Hall, but the Harwoods continued their commitment to defending liberty and free enterprise for every American. Although their loyalties to their Virginian countrymen required them to defend against the Union in the Civil War, the nation mended its divisions and ventured into the 20th century even stronger. Now the family is arguably more famous for Harcorp Industries, a global economic juggernaut, but their story of American success began right here in the humble fields of Blackhaven. This concludes the Blackhaven audio tour. If you haven't already, be sure to visit our galleries and to pick up something for the special patriot in your life at our gift store. Oakmont Plantation, still the current residence of the 6th generation of the Harwood family, is open for scheduled tours the first and third weekends of every month. And don't forget, both Blackhaven and Oakmont are available for weddings, anniversaries, and corporate events. We hope you enjoy the rest of your visit and find your own ways to honor the memory of our founding fathers. As Thomas Harwood once wrote, "Liberty is entrusted only to them who will work for it." Goodbye.
Pretty sure there were some people working here who didn't get their liberty. Whew, well, that's as good as Blackhaven lunch gets. Probably should get started on my last task. Audio tour is done, so the only thing left is, document scanning in the archive. Well, I better head over. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling Blackhaven Hall. This is Kendra speaking. How may I help you?
Oh, hello, Kendra. Thank you so much for taking my call. I just had a couple tiny little questions about y'all's wedding options. So, we are considering a date in September. We're going to have the ceremony on the lawn with the great big oak trees and the view of the river, and the reception in that magnificent new glass structure thing. But my question is, we're going to have a true flock of bridesmaids and us girls all stomping around all day in 4-inch heels. We need a place to take a load off away from the boys. And well, we thought it'd be a hoot if we could hole up in one of those little cabins.
The cabins?
Yeah, you know, the cute little ones with the droopy little chimneys that look like summer camp.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Blackhaven Hall is a large brick 18th century mansion.
Oh, honey, I know Blackhaven. I just mean when we went to have Cotillion at Shady Grove Plantation, they have those cute little cabins in a row out back.
Do you mean the slave cabins?
Oh, well, I mean, no, I don't think so. You know, we just thought it would be fun.
You thought it would be fun for you and your girls to put your feet up in a slave cabin?
Oh, you know, honey, I've kept you on the phone far too long. You must be so busy. I'll try back another time.
I'm not busy.
So thank you so much, dear. God bless.
What the There's the scanning station. Now I have to go find the right box from the archive. Looks like I need Thomas first. I'll leave that there for now. Not sure which collection is in which box. Maybe there's a reference around here somewhere. Huh. Look at these. Check this pattern. These are so much more interesting than the ones in the case. Why aren't these on display? Wait. Oh my God. Are those? Damn, Blackhaven. Damn. Okay, here we go. This list has which collection is which number. Okay, got the folder. Let me go scan this. Okay, Helen wants me to check every page top to bottom before scanning. These are always typed up though, so I don't have to read Thomas's handwriting. I've seen worse. Alright, that looks fine. Let me go hit scan on the laptop. Better finish my scanning before I go anywhere else. Welp, here goes. Time for the genius of the Founding Fathers. So genius is mostly just breakfast comments, apparently. I guess Thomas does seem gentle with kids. though he put this one to sleep. She really got lost looking for lettuce in the forest. Poor Pompey getting dragged along in all her white girl nonsense. Wait, the matter with the cabbages got resolved? Is there a page missing? Better put this back in the box. Okay, gotta find the shelf where this box goes. Ready for the next folder. I can look at my instructions in the reading room or the collections index if I need to. Okay, got the folder. Let me go scan this. Okay, next set. Let's read about this scary looking couple. Gideon's handwriting is a lot of work. I shouldn't talk knowing basically no cursive. Anna's handwriting is a lot neater, but still hard to read somehow. Gideon got himself stuck out in the cold because he just couldn't give up those slaves. Shut your mouth, Anna. Emily and Charlotte better keep running. It's so crazy to think about all this violence and chaos. And then every museum is such a quiet place. Gideon seems more pleasant than a lot of these people, but definitely racist. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, these two are really feeling each other. Ease up on Henry, though. Damn, they got Gideon. But Anna is really out here trying to commit a genocide in his honor. Anna is so awful, but I can still feel her loss. Why couldn't she feel anything for somebody like me? Better put this back in the box. Okay, gotta find the shelf where this box goes. Ready for the next folder. I can look at my instructions in the reading room or the collections index if I need to. Okay, got the folder. Let me go scan this. this one seems more boring. I bet that military weirdo from earlier would love this. They never found any bullets from the entire battle? Were they digging in the wrong place? Oh wow, this is the teapot from the gallery. Suspended? What was all that drama about? Yes, one more scan and I'm all done. Better put this back in the box. Okay, gotta find the shelf where this box goes. Whew, last one. This is a weird little guy stuck back here. Well, I did all the pages I can find. And it's almost time to close. Better head over to Helen's office and drop off my key. Okay, Helen said to leave the key in the top desk drawer. Archive key goes back. Huh. I wonder if this goes to that old file cabinet. I'm gonna go try it. Oh, Helen had her computer on sleep. All right, Helen. I see how it is. Wait, this is the missing page from Thomas's journal. Why have they got this locked up in the corner? I need to take this over to the scanner and check it out. What else might be in here? Maybe some of the other missing pages are in here. God damn, he beat a mother in front of her child and then needed a nap? I knew Thomas was sketchy, but this is messed up. Did someone take this out to make him look better? Oh, it's William, Thomas's brother. He had to be jealous of his bro's hair. I don't know, William. Why would Stephen run? I mean, Joshua was only sold away from his family, And Hannah was branded and missing an ear. And William is the minister? How much time do I have? What else have these Blackhaven people hidden away in here? Hey, secret letters from Gideon and poor racist Anna. I hope they took these out because of adult content. All these awful people could at least spill a little tea for me. Holy shit. I just don't know what to say. Gideon shot an unarmed prisoner like a dog, and Anna is sad he couldn't kill more? With ever increasing love? This bitch might as well have been in the Klan. Fuck. Blackhaven has had this the whole time. They act like Gideon is a hero. I don't know if I can come back after this. But I have to get my recommendation for Greece. And it's way too late to find something that's gonna pay as much as the school, especially back home. Okay, I can read a couple more. If I don't turn this key in by 5, I'll be fired way before I can ask for my rec. I like this letterhead. I wonder what they wanted from Blackhaven. I need to read down to the end of every page. I love this woman. Is it possible her family are really Harwoods? Welp, time for Blackhaven to check in. Rosemary, you cold piece of I'd be mad, but you're probably dead. And you're in a folder that's already full of lies. Maybe you're lying to Dorothy, too. This is so sad. Rob, I hope you and your sister are together now and at peace. This is a lot of detail for someone this old. Simon doesn't seem confused, and Dorothy's letter is so careful. Look at her. She doesn't look like someone who wastes her time. Also, didn't she say there was a photo of a bird? Did Blackhaven hide that too? Ugh, if only I had a little more time to check. If I don't start walking to the office right this second, I'll never make it. Fuck it. I don't care if they know I snooped. Greece has been there for 3,000 years. It can wait a couple more. Dorothy, you and I are gonna get some answers. So even as a free man, Virgil and his wife are still picking the Harwood's cotton. Every generation of these Harwoods is the same. Virgil was just trying to protect his wife, and now he won't see her for 20 years. I gotta give them some credit. Nearly every one of these questions is disproved just by the stuff in this folder. Mr. Johnson always tried to say in 7th grade history that monuments were about heritage, not hate. He needs to read what a monster war criminal murderer Precious Gideon Harwood was. Okay, Dorothy, Rosemary was tight with the straight-up white supremacist and we're supposed to trust her over you? No, 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 no. We're gonna crack this. Oh my fucking god! Blackhaven covered up a slave burial ground? This wasn't even that long ago, just before Helen. Shit! Does she know about this? Wait, hold up. Any descendant of William gets a share of 10% of Harcourt profits? They're like a Fortune 500 company. Even if there's dozens of current descendants, that would be hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. They've been trying to keep this from you for years, Dorothy. What if you're right? Forget researching here, you'd be running this place. Can't ask the Harwoods to do even one simple good thing. Hold up. This is the bird Dorothy mentioned. I gotta say, it does kind of look like a robin, but also in an African style. And look at the pattern. Didn't I see that earlier somewhere around here? I need to go check. Yes, this one. It's the exact same design. Even the feel of it is the same. It's like the same person did it. And they found this in the slave cabins. That means Rosemary and Blackhaven lied to Dorothy about her evidence the whole time. You were right, you were right, you were right. Okay, but what about the next two objections? Rosemary said Simon's story was false because Blackhaven's mirror didn't have a swan. Isn't there a mirror in the gallery? Maybe I can figure out why it doesn't have a swan. I should also call my mom. Maybe she can check out some things for me. Hi, Mom. No, I'm not back home yet. I'm actually still at the museum. No, they're not gonna pay me overtime. They don't even know I'm here. Mom, I'm researching something and it could be really big. But I'm locked out of the internet and my phone doesn't get data out here. Can you see if you can find a contact number for a woman named Dorothy Mitchell? She's pretty old, but I think she lives in the area. Yeah, Mitchell with an M. I don't know if it has one L or two, just try both. You can just email me from my work address if you find anything. Thank you. I'll call you from my desk when I finish up. All right, Mom, bye. Okay, I gotta go check the mirror. Probably want to start with the front entrance. Well, here it is again. There's definitely no swan. I wonder what other info Blackhaven has. Oh! Helen did say that they were going to be beta testing object scans. I wonder if I can scan for more info. Yes! Wait! This mirror was one of a pair? And they found the other? Ah! The swan! When Rosemary told off Dorothy, this hadn't even been discovered. Dorothy, you were right again. Your grandfather remembered. His mother, his grandmother, they remembered. Oh my God. She looked at herself in these shards. I can't imagine. Okay, there's only one more point left to prove. Let me go check my email and see if Mom found anything. I should see if my mom wrote back. I guess you were older than it seemed looking at that picture. She didn't need the Harwood's money, but the family needs to know she might be right. Anthony seems nice. Damn, can you imagine if he was at the next meeting with Helen? Alright, Dorothy. First, Blackhaven said you couldn't be a descendant from the Harwoods because the bird carving wasn't authentic. That's wrong. It looks just like Blackhaven's own pottery. Next, they said Simon's family was never here because their mirrors didn't have a swan. But oh wait, yes they did. Last, they say Simon had the wrong name for the creek at the mill. He said Hickory Creek. Blackhaven said Nicholas Stream. Ugh, how am I supposed to know what a creek was called 200 years ago? The model over there doesn't even show the river. Let me call my mom real quick and thank her. Hey Mom, thanks for sending that stuff along. Let me put you on speaker. Can you hear me?
Are you by yourself?
Yeah, Mom, of course.
So, what did you find out about this Mitchell woman?
Mom, I'm not sure, but I think Blackhaven might owe her family some money. Like a lot of money. And maybe some other things.
Oh, did she do some work for them?
No, Mom, it's a lot bigger than that. But I don't want to say anything more until I'm totally sure. I just have to check one more thing before I leave.
It makes me wish I'd gone to hear her before she passed. Even the foundation name sounds familiar. Where have I heard that before? 1 second. I'm going to check this. Chesapeake Black Excellence Scholarship Fund. Here's their page. List of projects. Wait. Oh my god. They're the chief sponsor of Lee. Kendra, baby. Do you know who this woman is? She paid for your scholarship.
What? Dorothy, you're the whole reason I'm even standing here.
You still there?
Yeah, Mom, that's crazy. Okay, Mom, I promise I'll check in just a bit. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, honey. Just call me back. And don't get into too much trouble. I can't be calling Grandma Daisy to bail my child out of jail.
Yeah, bye, Mom. Love you. Daisy! There was a map in the big house with the field of daisies. It might show the real name of the creek. I've got to go check. I just need to run up to the house and check that map.